All right, look at what kind of position you're in. You're reaching back for the weight. I can't depress my scaps down good in this position because I'm reaching. Hey guys, Coach Ben here, bigbenchas.com, and today I have a really big tip for you that's simple and is going to allow you to take weight out, get settled in your lats, and be a much more effective bench presser. So what we're looking at today is taking the bar out of the back of the rack, taking the bar out of the front of the rack. Okay, spoiler alert here and tell you, it's better to take the bar out of the front of the rack. And I'm going to tell you why that's going to make such a huge difference. First off, if you're in the back of the rack, you never want to take the bar here, because in terms of distance travel, getting that weight out, you have a good about an inch, maybe inch and a half extra room you have to travel now. Okay, so when we're talking takeout of the bench press, how many times have I said try to minimize that distance, right? That's one of the huge aspects of getting a good unrack, is minimizing the distance traveled. If you're all the way down the pad here, all right, look at what kind of position you're in. You're reaching back for the weight. I can't depress my scaps down good in this position because I'm reaching. Especially when I go to try to get the weight, it's just pulling my scaps out of position. As opposed to if I can get underneath the weight real well, minimize the distance I need to travel, look at the position I'm in now. All right, this weight is like almost level with my shoulders. So when I get the weight out, I crunch down with it. I didn't travel very far. If I was in the back of the rack, all right, now I'm traveling that extra inch. And while it doesn't seem like a big deal or a big distance, it really does make a huge difference in terms of your connection to the bar, not chasing the bar, easier handoff or your handoff help, and then you can settle into lats a lot sooner and a lot more effectively. The other issue here, when you're doing, especially a self-unrack, all right, let's talk about a self-unrack for a second. If you're doing a self-unrack, spread the bar. We're trying to stay as tight as we can with our back, and we want this weight, we don't want to lift up. We don't want this to happen and then coming out. That's not what we want. We want all the pressure already pulling to the front of the rack. So you can see how this post moves here, okay? Here's my tension. I'm pulling to the front, and then I'm just coming over the top. All right, everything is in this direction. All right, I'm not lifting up. I'm avoiding this. I don't want that. Front of the rack, create that tension, drag out. All right, it's a little bit of a tricep extension to get it over, and it's just a drag out and sink. As opposed to if I'm in the back of the rack, if I'm creating the proper leverage, if I'm pulling to the front, this thing would move awkwardly, roll in my hands. And typically those who leave the bar in the back leverage by pushing against it. All right, we don't want to create that type of leverage though. We don't want to push. We always want to pull when we're taking the bar out. Very, very important, guys. So if you're a handoff person, if you're doing your self-on-rack, make sure this bar gets to the front of the rack. Okay, make sure that front of the rack, you're going to save yourself an inch. You're going to make for a much smoother bar transfer. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you can subscribe to the channel over here. You can check out a video related on the topic over here, and then you can check out our most recent video down below. And then in the description box down below, you can also find links for our membership plan and our online coaching program.